What's up, guys? It's Bumpkin. Today is Wednesday, December 29th. Wednesday means New Comic Book Day. New Comic Book Day means New Comic Book Haul video. As always, I went down to Infinity Flux here in Chattanooga, Tennessee for a slightly smaller stack of books than what I normally get, but all good ones nonetheless. And of course, I've got some other goodies as well that we'll take a look at. Guys, real quick, don't forget, if you are in the United States but you don't have a comic book shop of your own, reach out to Infinity Flux. They'll be tagged or linked, or there'll be something about them on whatever you're watching this on. And reach out to them, let them know what you're looking for. They will ship all over the country, so just let them know what you need, and they will do their best to hook you up. Let's go ahead and jump into the books. Like I said, it's a slightly smaller stack, but that's to be expected for the fifth Wednesday of the month. Anytime there's a fifth Wednesday, it's usually a smaller week, but that doesn't mean it's bad, because there's a lot of good stuff here. So starting with Marvel, we've got Amazing Spider-Man number 83. Obviously, I haven't read this one because I haven't caught up, but I am right around issue number 50 now, so I'm getting much closer to getting caught up with this story, and I can't wait to see what's going on. So I got this variant Patrick Gleason cover, but then I also got the Villain's Reign variant as well. I typically try not to get two covers for the same issue, but I couldn't decide between these two, so I got them both. The Death of Doctor Strange number 4. I just finished reading this one, and I really enjoyed it. At the end of this issue, we do find out who killed Doctor Strange. I won't say who it is, but I like this. The tie-ins to this I haven't loved. The Spider-Man one was pretty good, but to me they haven't really added too much to the story. So if you're wondering if you should read this or not, the main books are really fun, and this one also is good, but the tie-ins, you probably don't really need those. Devil's Reign number 2. I just finished reading this one right before Doctor Strange, and this one is good as well. Kingpin is up to no good. He's outlawing superheroes in New York, and of course that affects a bunch of them. This one has a little bit of Spider-Man in it, which is pretty cool to see. It's just a good book. So I'm really enjoying this series. There's going to be some tie-ins that are coming that I don't think any have come out yet, but I'm interested in reading those. But yeah, I really enjoy this one. Timeless. This is a one-shot featuring Kang. I got the Iban Coelho variant cover with all the different Hulks, Maestro and Gladiator Hulk, Regular Hulk, Mr. Fix-It, and then Bruce Banner. This is just a cool one-shot featuring Kang, giving us a little bit of a preview of what may be coming, different stories that may be coming in the Marvel Universe. Like I said, just a one-shot. There's nothing else after this. This one was actually, I had to read it very slowly, because there's a lot of talking about timelines and time travel, that kind of stuff, but I actually kind of understood it, which is sort of surprising. But if you read it slowly and just sort of pay attention to what they're saying, you'll kind of get it. But it is cool. They do give, like I said, little previews of storylines that we may get in Marvel Comics, and it's always fun to sort of look at those and try to figure out what's going to happen. So if you like that kind of stuff, this was really fun. Wastelanders Star-Lord number 1. I wasn't going to get this because I'm not the biggest Star-Lord fan, but I've got the other Wastelanders books. I still haven't read those yet because I'm waiting to reread Old Man Logan, but I wanted to at least try this one out for an issue and see if it's as good as the other ones, which I'm assuming they'll be good. I haven't read those, but yeah, I wanted to try this out too. Well, that's it for Marvel, but we've got quite a few DC books. We've got Action Comics 1038, Part 2 or 3 of the War World Saga. This is fantastic. So I know I say this about a lot of books and a lot of DC books, but this has got to be one of my favorite books from DC right now. I guess I'd probably say this, Robin, Superman Son of Kal-El, and The Nice House on the Lake are probably my 4 favorite DC books. Not necessarily in that order, but just those 4 are the ones I look forward to most. This is more of Superman and his new authority team that he's put together on War World. If you read the last issue, you know the situation that they're in. I won't say too much about it. What's really cool about this one is it really exemplifies how Superman is a beacon of hope no matter what situation he's in. It's really shown here. This was a super fantastic issue. I really recommend this one. Deathstroke Inc. number 4. This nice variant cover. This one was weird. It's neat. There's some cool stuff happening. There's some cool stuff, I think, coming down the pike. Deathstroke and Black Canary are both investigating this organization that supposedly they work for, but they're only working for it because they're investigating it. But neither one of them know that the other is investigating, and they kind of come clean in this issue. But there's some weird stuff that happens in this too, so it was all right. But I actually kind of had a hard time following it. but I'm gonna stick it out for a little bit longer. There's a I think it's called Shadow War. This book is gonna end up bleeding in with Batman and the Robin book as well, which I love. So I'm gonna keep on this one for a while and see how it goes. Detective Comics number 1046, this nice Lee Bermejo variant. Again, I say it every week, I haven't caught up on all the current run Batman stuff, but it's gonna go down here in my pile for when I'm ready for that. Flash number 777, I'm way behind on the Flash, but this awesome Jorge Corona cover, he's becoming one of my favorite artists as of late. He did Me You Love in the Dark, Middle West, some other really cool stuff that I like, and it's cool. I don't know if he does the art in the book, I don't think he does, but the variant cover is cool, and I can't wait to catch up with this. Justice League number 70, I'm way behind on this book as well. I couldn't even tell you what's going on in it right now because I'm at least 10 issues behind. So I'm just going to add it to the pile and catch up on it at some point. Robin number 9, this is more or less the last part of the story that they're telling where they're in the martial arts tournament on the island. I don't know if they're going to revisit that or revisit some of these characters, but Robin, at the end of this issue, it looks like Robin is going to go off and do something else now. And that's pretty intriguing. I really liked it. So this was a fun story. It's a fun wrap-up to the martial arts storyline, and I still really, really love this book. Superman 78 number 5, I'm still a few issues behind on this one, so I couldn't tell you what's going on in this, but I think it's only a 6-issue miniseries, so at this point I'm just going to wait for number 6 and then read them all at once. But that is an awesome cover, and I can't wait to get caught up on this one. Teen Titans Academy number 10, I think I have read this one. I read it yesterday, and I think I'm ready to be done with this book, just because it's just another, I'm just continually frustrated with this book because there's so much emphasis put on so many characters, and I have no idea who in the world they are. Now, this does feature the actual Titans, Nightwing and Beast Boy and Cyborg, Starfire, all those guys. But they still put a lot of emphasis on these younger characters, which I want to like, but I just don't know what's going on. I don't know who these characters are. I'm over the Red X thing. It's the whole Red X thing is even more complicated now than it was before. I feel like they don't have any plans of revealing who it is anytime soon. So I think I'm going to hop off this one and just wait for trades or digital or something. But it's a shame because I really wanted to like this, but I find myself more frustrated every time I read it than I do enjoying it. So I think that means it's time to hop off. And then last up for DC, one that I did not pre-order, that I had no intention of getting until Jason at Infinity Flux in their video from yesterday, previewing the books that are coming out today, just made it sound awesome. Swamp Thing Green Hell number 1. This is another big Treasury size edition. This is a 3-parter. I'm not even the biggest Swamp Thing guy. I did buy the Alan Moore Swamp Thing box set in the hopes of becoming a Swamp Thing guy, but this just sounded too cool to pass up. It's a new Swamp Thing, I guess, in a post-apocalyptic setting. I was hoping to have a chance to read this before I recorded this video. I didn't get the chance to do that, but yeah, it just sounded too good. Jason, you sold me on this. It sounds awesome. I can't wait to try it out. It was a really light Image and Indie day. Across all those, we've only got 3 books. So we've got Echo Lands number 5 with this cool, like, big 80s looking robot on the front. I don't think I've read past the first issue of this, so I've got a lot of catching up to do. But I did flip through this, and the physical quality of this book is amazing. Like, the covers are extra glossy, the pages are nice and glossy. The artwork told in this horizontal format is just so cool and unique. I really, really need to catch up on this one. One that I'm super excited for, Stray Dogs Dog Days number 1. I absolutely loved Stray Dogs, the first series that wrapped up just a little while ago. I thought it's one of the best books I've read all year. This is a second volume. I don't think it's a direct continuation. I don't know if it's following a whole other group of dogs or if it's going to follow one of the other dogs that maybe we didn't get to spend much time with in the first series. Either way, if it's as good as the first one, then I am super psyched to read this one. And then from the only non-Image indie book is Odin's Eye number 3 from Bad Idea. I guess this is a weekly book because number 2 just came out last week. Number 1 was the week before that. I haven't even had a chance to read any of these yet. I thought they were going to come out a little bit further apart, but that's awesome. Weekly books are cool. So I don't know anything about this book other than I've got 3 issues to catch up on now, and I'm excited to do that. But the fun doesn't stop there. I got a few extra goodies as well, starting with this nice Atlantis Attacks trade paperback. So Atlantis Attacks was a story that I've never read. I always wanted to. It took place across several different Marvel annuals back in 1989. I don't really know the story. It's heavily featuring Atlantis and Namor, which I don't really like Namor, but it seems cool. But, you know, it's got Captain America and the Avengers and Spider-Man and Daredevil, Punisher, X-Men, I think. I found a few annuals, like in the dollar bins and stuff, that are part of the Atlantis Attack storyline, but nowhere near finishing it. And then Marvel went and released a whole nice trade paperback of the whole story. So yeah, I can't wait to read that. Like I said, it's a storyline that I've never read. Now I'm going to get to. So a book that I had no idea that was coming out today, that I don't know how I missed it in all the solicitations, but I didn't know it was coming out, but when I saw it sitting there on the counter, I knew I had to get it. Aquaman Deadly Waters, a deluxe edition. It's a nice hardcover. This collects Aquaman number 49 through 56. So this is from back, I want to say, the 70s. This is written by Steve Skeets, but with art by Jim Aparo, who is one of my favorite Batman artists of all time. And I've read a couple of these, I think, digitally a long time ago. And Jim Aparo draws just as good of an Aquaman as he does a Batman. So when I saw this, I was thinking, that's awesome to have those specific issues collected in this one volume. Plus, this collects some Neil Adams Deadman stories, which are really cool. Yeah, more, you know, artists attributed to Batman, but also has other awesome work. So Jim Aparo of Batman fame, Neil Adams of Batman fame, doing other characters. This one I can't wait to break into, because like I said, this was a complete surprise. I had no idea it was coming. But getting a hardcover of Jim Aparo Aquaman was a no-brainer to get. Now, one book that I did know was coming, that I did pre-order, super excited to get it, and I know you guys love when I show these. I got the Green Arrow, the Longbow Hunters Saga Omnibus Volume 2. This thing is massive. This may be, well, it's definitely one of the biggest omnibuses I've got. It may be rivaled by the Batman Prelude to No Man's Land, or maybe the He-Man and Master Universe is big too. But this is one of the biggest omnibuses I have for sure. This collects Green Arrow, the Mike Grell's Green Arrow run, numbers 51 through 80, along with the Wonder Years 1 through 4, and just a whole bunch of other stuff too. So what a great collection. I've never read Mike Grell's Green Arrow, but I did get the first omnibus whenever it came out, and now I've got this one as well. So I've got two nice big chunky volumes of Green Arrow classics ready to read as soon as I catch up on everything else. And one last thing before I go, you guys have heard me talk every week lately about Infinity Flex's new toy section they have. And I am not joking, there's new stuff out there all the time. Every week there's something new, and I found something new today. Super excited to get. This is a Batman Beyond, but it's from that Ed McGuinness inspired Superman Batman line. I'm not sure if this was in the first wave. I don't know where my figure is for that. It's around here somewhere. But when I got that Superman Batman composite figure from this wave, in the video I said I love these figures and never had any of them and would love to get more. This is another one. Now, it's funny that teenage Terry McGinnis is completely jacked, but maybe he's just been, you know, hitting the gym or something. But it's cool that this is loose too, because now I don't have to try to make the hard decision on whether to open it or not. So yeah, this is just really cool. I think this may be the third Batman Beyond figure I have. I've got one from like the late 90s, like when the animated series was first came out, and then I've got the McFarlane one too. So quite a big difference in those guys. But yeah, I was super excited to see this just hanging there, just waiting to be bought. I'm surprised that somebody didn't snatch them up before me, because these figures are so cool. I absolutely love it. And that's it, guys. That is everything for this week. A slightly smaller stack of books, but still a whole lot of really good stuff. Guys, I appreciate you watching. If you like this video or any of the other videos on my channel, maybe consider hitting the subscribe button. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, give it a sarcastic thumbs up. And if nothing else, just leave me a comment below. Let me know what you picked up this week. Did you get any omnibuses, or did you get any unexpected surprises like this? I cannot wait to read this. Action figures, dollar issues, whatever. Just let me know what you picked up. I love comic books. I could talk about them with a room full of people or just to a camera. Guys, don't forget that comic books are supposed to be fun. They are just another fun form of storytelling. There is clearly plenty of stuff for everyone to look through, find something they like. and it's very, very easy to simply ignore the things that you don't like. Also, guys, don't forget, it doesn't matter how much you buy each week, how big your comic haul is. What matters is how important these things are to you and how much you cherish them. That's what makes a great comic book haul. So whether you get 1 book, 10 books, 100 books, a bunch of toys, omnibuses, whatever it is, as long as it's special to you, that's what makes a great comic book haul. So guys, I appreciate you watching. I hope you guys have a very safe and fun and happy new year, and I will see you in 2022. Bye-bye.